Well, hello, and good morning, everyone. You see how that is? How peaceful and quiet that is, you know what I'm saying? That's not even mountains, that's bluffs, out here in the state of Tennessee. I would like to welcome you guys to Legal Wars Live, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are hanging out or kicking it with your boy Ghostwriter. As everyone come in, I ask that y'all will like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you guys hit the notification bell so you guys could come live every time we go live. You know what I'm saying? We about to turn up, man. We gonna have a little fun today. You know, you know what I'm saying? The Democrats, it's really not funny. You know what I'm saying? I would say Governor Abbott issuing arrest warrants for these people. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of serious. These are lawmakers. The Real Art of Music. Good morning. Good morning. Make sure y'all like the video. Please like the video. The Real Art of Music. Else, good morning. You guys, I'm out here in the gorgeous state of Tennessee. What's up, Kay? You know what I'm saying? Out here in Park in Tennessee and Knoxville. Yes, indeed. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. What's up? What's up? Elsie, what's up? Y'all like the video for me. Double tap. There we go. There we go. Double tap the screen for me. Like the video and make sure you guys subscribe. Y'all, before we get into the content, I just want to say, someone said to me, and I'm going to ask you guys, y'all could talk about this amongst yourselves. Someone said to me that, if you're going through a hard time, that you're going to be depressed. Do you guys think that you will be depressed if you're going through a hard time? You know what I'm saying? Somebody's laughing. I think that under natural circumstances, you would be, especially if you're someone who deals with depression. But what I'm trying to tell you, though, is looking at it from a spiritual mentality and from a Christian mentality, you know what I'm saying? If you are a Christian and you understand that adversity is an opportunity for greatness. As a Christian, adversity is an opportunity for you to get closer to God. Adversity brings so many blessings and chances. You know what I'm saying? So me telling you that when I say I'm blessed and thankful, that's as a Christian to God, bro. I've gotten the most money I've ever got in my lifetime. Listen to me. In November, I've never got one check like that from a business. In May, I never got one check like that from the government. I got over $100,000 in irons in the fire. I've done it once. God brought me through it. He'll bring me through it again, man. You got to understand that. So you always stay blessed and thankful in every situation. If you're dealing with something physically, like depression or something, or anxiety, I mean, you just pray, go get your medicine, whatever you got to do. But I'm saying spiritually, on your overlook on life, man, you stay grounded, 10 toes. Everything I believe in, I'm going to stand in. And that being said, that's a great way to start off the content, y'all. The fight for Texas. You guys, make sure y'all double tap the screen for your boy Ghostwriter. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Well, good morning, everybody. And how are you guys doing? Hope you've had a great start to you guys' week. It's your boy Big Ghostwriter here. And I want to say welcome to Legal Wars Live. Guys, want to start off by saying thank you for stopping by the stream. We're going to have a great stream today. Look, I'm an independent, and although I never supported President Trump before 2025, I support him now. So don't misunderstand where I'm coming from, okay? I'm an independent. You guys understand it. If you follow the content, you know that I believe that Texas produces the best Republicans. That's debatable. And although I am not familiar with any Democrats in the Texas State House, I am fond of some Democrats in the states being an independent. That makes sense. What I find the most fascinating about the story we about to talk about is the fight from the Texas Democrats. That's what I believe in. I believe in standing 10 on what you believe. And with these Texas Democrats, right, wrong, or indifferent, Governor Abbott, you know I love him to death. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna talk about it in a second. I'm gonna jump down in the comments, but them saying, hey, we finna walk out. We walking out. We not doing it. We not supporting it. And the way they did it, bro, is so funny. That's something I would do. I'm sorry. That's something that I did do. I'm sorry. I walked out, staged out. You see what I'm saying? It's different if you stage out and you staging out into comfort. It's not your real comfort, but it's temporarily thing. You got to stand 10 on business. Look, well, we about to go over the news in just a second, but what I'm saying, Texas is so important to the Republicans in 2028. You don't believe me? They hosting their Republican National Convention in Houston. We talked about this before, which is one, if not America's fastest growing city. You know, your boy Big Ghost came from H-Town. H-Town, stand up. And 250 plus or so humans a day. Imagine that. Your city increasing by 250 humans. Got Houston, Texas, about to be the third largest city in America, about to overcome the city of Chicago. It's one, if not America's fastest growing cities. The majority of the people who are coming into Texas, where are they going to? Houston, Austin, Dallas. Most of them are Democratic voters. Texas started moving blue, got blue. And in my opinion, if you lived in Texas, you will understand this. And the Republicans in Texas, they see this, that Texas is becoming the new California. What you guys think? Governor Abbott's budget is in a surplus. Can't hate on that, Republican or Democrat. His state is expanding. That's facts. His economy is slowly but surely creeping into the top 10 economies out of all of the nations in the world. Yeah. So regardless of how you feel, listen to me now, regardless of your opinions of Governor Abbott, he got Texas rolling, and he understands the demographics in his state is shifting to the left. So the only way they could keep Texas blue is by changing the map. We're going to talk about it in a second, guys, okay? So let's jump into the news. So everyone in the stream right now, I ask that you guys will like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Also, guys, if you want your comment read, you want to start a conversation, want to donate to the channel, just hit that button with the $ in it, and your donations are much appreciated. Guys, I always start the streams like this, man. So gorgeous out here, man. I always started off like this. Let y'all see, man. I mean, bro, just imagine being able to pull up in a park like this. I got everything I need, bro. You feel me? Out here on the live stream with y'all, bringing y'all great content all over the state of Tennessee. Y'all know this isn't the Appalachian Mountains. That's not even a mountain. That's a bluff. Those just trees. That's just a regular lake and a river in the state of Tennessee, in the city of Knoxville, man. You know what I'm saying? So y'all stand up for Tennessee one time. So let's go and get into the news, guys. The source is August the 4th. Texas Democrats on Monday prevented for now. For now. You know what I'm saying? They said we don't care for how long it is. We know right now we getting up out of here. We'll holler at they hit the race. You hear me? The chamber from counting with a congressional map that would aggressively favor the Republican Party in the 2026 midterm election. Listen to me. Dozens of lawmakers fled to Illinois, New York, and Massachusetts on Sunday in the hopes that their absence will block the proposed map by denying the Republican-controlled chamber the quorum it needs to conduct business. So in order for the chamber to conduct business in the Texas State House, okay, understand, if you guys don't understand politics, or if you do, I'll explain it to you a little bit more. This is Texas business. This ain't federal business. You know what I'm saying? Texas got their own Senate. They got their own House of Representatives. They own Congress. This Texas State House, okay? So the Democrats, they said, the governor's trying to, or Texas as a whole is trying to redistrict the map to add rural districts. You look, okay, so if you have, say you have a district, I've seen this happen when I was in Houston. Say you have a district that is like predominantly Mexican and black, and they vote Democrat. They got districts in Houston that have voted for Democrats for 27 years. Straight Democrats, same seat. So when they redraw the map, what they'll do is they'll make that her district, they'll add some of those rural voters in Harris County that they know voting for Trump. So it make it harder for her to win the district. Does that make sense? So they trying to redraw or redefine the map to help them win in the federal midterms. Because them redrawing the map or redistricting the map, you know what I'm saying? That's for all the elections. But for state business in Texas, it got to go through the Texas State House, if that makes sense. So Texas Republicans approved a motion on Monday granting authority for civil warrants to be issued for the lawmakers who left the state. Texas Governor Greg Abbott also has threatened these lawmakers, telling them in a Sunday letter that this truancy ends now. Governor Abbott said he ain't playing with y'all. He said, get y'all butts back up in here and take this vote. Hey, listen, I'm kind of torn because it's like this. It's like if you know that you're supposed to be voting on something just because you don't like that we got the numbers and this finna pass and you can vote against it. But you know that they all know them voting against it ain't going to stop it. So, hey, we going to get up out of here. We gonna stop, but it's both sides. If I was on the weak road, if I was on the weak side, I could see myself doing that, bro. You gotta fight. You gotta stand 10 and fight. But if I was Governor Abbott, I'm saying legally, really, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no law probably against one or two, or really any individual lawmaker not showing up, but them doing that together to stop business. This ain't the first time this happened, okay? Advocates have criticized the new map unveiled just days before the 60th anniversary of the Voting Rights Act for potentially chipping away at the political power of Texans of color. What y'all think, man? That chat kind of quiet, them lights kind of low. Y'all get them lights up for y'all. Boy, man, what y'all think? Y'all think this move is just a move so Texas could go stay red? They could make sure Texas red? For instance, in Democrat U.S. Representative Al Green's current district, they trying to get rid of Al Green. you know Al Green was saying impeach President Trump. He was on the floor of the Congress saying impeach President Trump. You know what I'm saying? If you go watch my videos, by the way, we got a video coming out tonight, but if you go watch my videos, I made a video about that. You know, if the Democrats get power back, man, people like Al Green, that's their first order of business. You know what I'm saying? So President Trump, he's saying he ahead of the curve. So Al Green's current, man, you could say, man, that's kind of dirty, but it's politics, man. It's all fair in love and war. You can't cry about it. You got to fight. The spots where they beat you at, you got to take the lumps, but you got to still have integrity and character and tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's tough business. But I'm saying if you want to fight and be in battles, that's what it takes. You know what I'm saying? So what they doing is in Al Green's current district, which includes a portion of the greater Houston area. That's what I was just telling y'all about. The black voting age population would drop down from 39 to 11%. Listen to me. Ooh. Golly, Al Green. Woo! How can you overcome that? Imagine if 39% of his voters are black and they voting for him. So he winning. I don't know the margins. I didn't look it up. Somebody look it up if you want to know. So say the margins is like he getting 53% of the vote. If he go from 39 to 11%, it's 28% of the vote. You got to scramble, work hard to get them votes from somewhere else. He could overcome that. but it's difficult. It's hard. If you understand politics, it's hard. And they could do that simply with a pen and redrawing the map. So because of that, that's why the Democrats said, man, this man trying to get us up out of here. He's trying to get us up out of here. Hey, President Trump said, hey, before y'all try to impeach me, we going to get ahead of this. This is where that battleground is. Similarity, the black voting age population of Democratic U.S. Representative Mark Vesey district based in Fort Worth would drop from 25%. You know what I'm saying? That could help them. That could hurt them too on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm saying is you when you redraw them, you take 28% of the black voters from Al Green, you might be getting rid of him, but you putting them voters in somebody else's district. Who else district they putting them in? And what I would do if I was in Texas, I know Jasmine might like the 30th district, but I would just take my power Democrats and I would move them in the most vulnerable districts. I think Jasmine stay in Houston, so if there's a vulnerable district in Houston that she could fight for, I'm saying like it's just strategy, man. That's just politics. But if I was President Trump and I knew that's what they was doing to me, redraw the map. So why did they flee the state? For months, President Trump has been pushing his allies in Texas to redraw district lines. Doing so could give the Republican Party 5 additional seats. They trying to take Al Green's seats in a New Year midterm elections. If they take Al Green's seat, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about no impeachment. Not only you ain't got to worry about impeachment, because the Democrats, we finna talk about it. Historically, midterm elections haven't been kind to the party of the sitting president. President Trump is trying to build on the Republicans' 219 to 212 majority in the House, which 4 seats are vacant. It wasn't until after President Trump called Governor Abbott this summer that the Texas governor put the redistricting on the agenda for a legislative session, and that's according to the Texas Tribune. This entire content is according to Yahoo News. Guys, make sure y'all double tap the screen for your boy, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. Guys, if y'all want to talk about something, I see y'all quiet down in the chat, man. I like that chat jumping. If y'all want to start a conversation, man, super chat, super thanks, super stickers start at 99 cents. If y'all want to support the channel, you want to support your boy, man, hit that button with the $ in it, and your donations are much appreciated. So, guys, what y'all think so far? The 30-day session began on July 21st. His agenda includes 18 items, from national disaster preparation and property taxes to, of course, redistricting. Texas Democrats have slammed Abbott for putting items related to this summer's deadly flooding on agenda that they say is, look, man, I don't know, man. What y'all think? I'm trying to ask y'all. They say it's filled with partisan priorities. The lawmakers hope to run out the clock on the session by leaving the state. Hey, they leaving the state. Hey, Governor Abbott said, oh no, y'all get back down here, get back down here. He gonna put an arrest warrant out on you. The battle over map drawing is expected to have ramifications across the U.S., and some say that it could possibly trigger what they call a redistricting arms race. I agree with that totally. Because if I was the National Democratic Party, I would say, So President Trump just look at the map and he say, I could see the state of Texas, the biggest landmass on the map, fast-growing economy, and a surplus. A lot of people moving to Texas, okay? A lot of bright and skilled people. he could see the state of Texas projecting the state of Texas to possibly look like how California did in its prime, that if it's not there or headed there, okay? So what President Trump is saying, hey, we're trying to keep this state red because they got so many delegates if we lose this state. So I'm going to get 5 seats out of this state. So we're going to keep this state red and we're going to keep Congress because we're supposed to lose Congress. And in the meanwhile, we're going to pick the representatives like Al Green. We're going to make sure because he's going to be, you know what I'm saying, dropping motions trying to get me up out of here. Even though it won't happen because you got to get the Senate too. It'll make it easier for them to keep the Senate. So, what you guys think? You think it's fair? If I was in the Democratic National Committee, what Governor Newsom doing in California, you take 5 seats from me in Texas, I'm going to take 5 seats from you in Cali. So if you could get Texas more red, we're going to get Cali more blue. We're going to get Illinois more blue, and we're going to get New York more blue. You don't think that matters, but that runs up the margins. That matters. In those states, those delegate powers are humongous. And the reason why Elon was saying, and President Trump was saying, if you vote, President Trump said, if you vote for me, you'll never have to vote again, is because it is. This their game plan. Well, Elon said if the Democrats win, maybe they thought the Democrats was going to try to redistrict or do something. Who knows? But this is the battle at hand, guys, over the state of Texas. My analysis, look, I think that's always the biggest indicator to me, is that you have to always understand that the power in American politics is always swaying back and forth. So if you get the ups on the Dems right now, then as soon as they get power back, they will do the same thing to you. And they're going to say, remember the Alamo. You know what I'm saying? They're going to say, remember Texas. If the Democrats don't do it in 2026, they'll do it in 2027. And if they don't do it in 27, they'll do it in 2029, 2030. I understand President Trump's move to push Governor Abbott in that direction, because if they lose Texas, they, like Elon said, for real, pre-election, then they really don't have a chance of winning another national election. Seriously, if Texas all the way blue. However, in situations such as these, you should always consider the political pushback that comes from these situations. Now, guys, once again, this is from a Yahoo News story. So with no further ado, let's get back to it. But before we do, I ask that you guys will like the video, guys. We need them likes up. Subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure y'all jump down in the comments. Mr. Russell Dixon, Mr. Priority, Mr. C. Lindbergh, Mike, good morning, good morning, good morning. Democratic leaders and a number of other states, including, listen to me, what I said, California, Illinois, Maryland, New Jersey, and New York. That's what I would do too. That's the only move I could take. I'm saying men do what they want and boys do what they can. You feel me? That's the attitude or the mentality of a man. You gonna do what you can or you gonna do what you want. And I said, the Texas Democrats said they're gonna do what they can and they're gonna do what they want. So we got a plan too. We gonna get on the bus like the picture you see in the thumbnail. And we gonna get on the bus and we going up to where it's at, Cali, Illinois, Maryland, New Jersey, and New York. Because I could promise you in those states, Governor Abbott ain't getting no warrant because he got to coordinate with the local government. He ain't getting no warrant to arrest none of them people in them states. They head to head. They vowed to retaliate in kind. If the Texas Republicans continue with the unusual move, is it an unusual move to redistrict in the middle of the decade instead of after the next census in 2030? Is there something legally that says that you have to wait till after the next census? Because if there's nothing legally that says that you have to wait till the next census, then you could say it's unusual. But that's what I'm saying. President Trump is opening a gate, because now they just going, and I'm telling you how the Democrats are. How they gonna do it when they get the chance to come back? That get back gang stuff. When they get the chance to come back, I'm telling you, they're gonna try to draw the whole map blue. It's like whoever could win, man. What I think personally, I think eventually a third party will be born in America. I really believe that. And according to some legal scholars, back to Yahoo, the U.S. Supreme Court likely won't provide a way out of the crisis. Nope, they're going to try to sue them. Going to have legal arguments, legal fights over what Yahoo is saying. Many legal scholars are saying, I'm not a constitutional legal scholar, excuse me, so I can't say. But what I'm going to say is whatever that law say, if the law don't say you have to wait to redistrict, they not just going to say, hey, we've never done redistricting in the middle of the decade. Well, President Trump and their lawyers said, hey, we looked at the law and we don't see no case law, nothing, no precedent, nothing that doesn't say that we can't do this. Politics. That's how I see it. The court determined in 2019's Rucho versus Common Cause that partisan gerrymandering presented a non-justifiable political question, so federal courts couldn't intervene and hear those cases. Melissa Murray, a law professor at New York University, told Capital B. Man, you think President Trump going into this, he don't know that? You don't think his lawyers, you don't think Stephen Miller and them, he got paralegal, they researching that. They already know that. That's why they making them moves. The only avenues for relief would be state courts or redistricting commissions. What are politicians saying about the Texas map? U.S. Representative Jasmine Crockett. I couldn't wait to call my baby name. What's up, Jasmine, baby? You feel me? Y'all, I do not know her personally, but like I said, man, I love those politicians that fight for the people's rights. I believe what I believe. Republicans believe what they believe. Democrats believe what they believe. All Republicans do not believe what look, you have factions of any group or organization. Any organizations have splinters and fractions amongst them. Think about how many sets of Christians there are. It's not just a Christian. You have Baptists, Lutheran, Catholics, you see what I'm saying? Presbyterian. You're not just a Muslim. You have Sunnis, Shiites. You see what I'm saying? You're not just an NBA player. You get the point. So you got, in my mind, this is what I'm saying. I understand these things and I recognize these things. So someone like Jasmine Crockett or someone like AOC or someone like Bernie Sanders, I see that fights for the rights of the people, even though I don't agree with them all the way on their policies, that quality that they'll fight for you. I love that in them. You see what I'm saying? That in my opinion, that's like the greatest thing that a politician is supposed to do is serve the people. Not to get off topic, tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, that's the correct time, 8 a.m. Central, I have a premiere of We the People 2. You know what I'm saying? You get great political analysis, gorgeous scenery like that. Back to Yahoo News, U.S. Representative Jasmine Crockett of Texas, a vocal Democratic critic of the Trump administration, blasted state Republicans on Sunday, but said that the issue is bigger than Texas. This isn't just about the 5 states in Texas, Representative Crockett told MSNBC. This is about a power grab. It's about basically setting the tone for what Donald Trump will try to do throughout the country so that he can suppress the voices of Black and brown folk just as they can stay in power. What you guys think? Y'all agree with Representative Crockett? Y'all think President Trump is trying to suppress the voices of black and brown folk? You know what I'm saying? On an overall level, to be completely honest with you, Representative Crockett, baby, you know, much love, mad love. I think President Trump is trying to suppress the voices of anybody who don't agree with him. What y'all say? Y'all agree or disagree with that? I seen President Trump go after plenty of people who own Fox Network. He go after Republicans. That's what he do. Y'all know that. So I'm saying, if you saying I think what he trying to do is just maintain power part, yeah, but like that's politics. That's what politicians supposed to do. They're supposed to try to win. Don't you think a Republican, listen, Representative Crockett, if you guys would y'all control every house in every seat would y'all want to do that? Or at least have the majority. So make it fair, but y'all will have the majority so y'all could just get the Democratic agenda through. Wouldn't you want to do that? Of course. So that's all they're trying to do. It's a power grab. Yeah, but saying that President Trump it's just to silence a black and brown voter, I'm not sure about that. Because I think if you're a black or brown voter and you speak in his behalf, why would he want to silence that? Representative Byron Donald in Florida, you know what I'm saying, running for governor of Florida, big President Trump had between Representative Donald and Vice President Vance, and he went with Vice President Vance. But we were this close to having a black man as the vice president on the Republican ticket, a very young black man. How many of y'all know this? Florida, y'all this close to having a black governor. You know what I'm saying? So Texas State Representative Ron Reynolds, one of the Democrats who left the state, echoed some of those thoughts, saying that he and his colleagues won't relent to an authoritarian president that wants to steal and radically gerrymander our black and brown districts. In politics, I have to some agree, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get rid of Representative Al Green, but I don't think he's doing that because it's the voters he's targeting. And Al Green's voters are black and brown. So yes, he is targeting black and brown voters, but I don't think he's really targeting them because they're black and brown. He's you feel what I'm saying? It's a touchy, 50-50, iffy. It ain't necessarily because they race, but it is because of they race. But it's just because they're opposing him. And a lot of black and brown people oppose him. That's just the nature of politics. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying I really rock with him though. I'm cool on President Trump. You know what I'm saying? If we look at America and his job and obligation, like America is safe. Some would objectively argue safer than America was 7 months ago. You agree or disagree? Whether you disagree, you would say that's an objective argument. Border crossings are down. If you look at the world stage, you could say, you know what I'm saying? America's safer. The world he is working on it might not have progressed as much as promised or thought. He lack on some of that. But I'm saying, but you agree with that. Look at the state of the economy. Things are cheaper. I'm saying I have no reason as an independent to hate President Trump. And I've seen things in his government work as well. Everything is on the table. Senator Governor J.B. Pritzker, who has met with the Texas Democrats, said on July 30, power player, national. I'm going to go meet with the Texas Democrats. We've got to preserve democracy. You hear how that man talking? They taking this serious, boy. This is real business. Make sure y'all double tap that screen for your buy. Maryland House Majority Leader David Moon, also a Democrat, went even further. He told the Associated Press on August the 1st that he would introduce a bill permitting mid-cycle redistricting if Texas continues down this current path, because we can't have one state, especially a very large state, constantly trying to one-up and alter the course of congressional control while the other states sit idly by. What you guys think? Texas pulling tricks? They might be. Former U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder, who runs the Democratic Party's redistricting efforts and has traditionally pushed for a nonpartisan approach, seemed to give the green light, at least for now, to Democrats exploring map drawing outside the census period. Guys, I could guarantee you 1,000%, 2,000, 3,000% guarantee you, if Eric Holder is running the Democrats' effort on redistricting, it's going to end in court. But if there's no laws that say that they cannot do it, we have to understand that the nature of the threat that has been put upon the country through what they've tried to do in Texas has really increased the danger to our democracy, he told ABC News on Sunday. As a result of that, we've got to do things that perhaps in the past would not have been supported. I think that responsible Democrats in other states have to take into account that the threat to our democracy, the need to preserve our democracy, though, so that we can ultimately try to heal it, he added, and I will hope that they would take these steps. They are, again, as I said, temporarily, but responsibly. What does the departure of the Texas Democrats reveal? To many advocates, the redistricting battle illustrates the precarious state of voting rights. Is that what this is about? Is this about voting rights? What y'all think? I'm saying, is the Republicans, or let me say it like this: if this is about voting rights, who's trying to stop the black and brown voters? Is it the Republicans? Is it President Trump? You know what I'm saying? In a recent statement, Texas State Representative Gene Wu, who's the chair of the House Democratic Caucus, condemned the proposed map as being intentionally racist. Ooh, them strong words, boy. Them are strong words, because it would steal the voices of millions of Black and Latino Texans, all to execute a corrupt political agenda. Her view or her idea of the agenda being corrupt or political, I mean, that's an opinion. But her making a charge of it being racist, this latest controversy arrives on the eve of the 60th anniversary of the Voting Rights Act, which some legal scholars say is standing on its last leg. Over the past decade, the Voting Rights Act has been scaled back through various legal challenges. In 2013, the U.S. Supreme Court gutted a section of the act that required jurisdiction with histories of discrimination against Black voters to secure federal approval before changing its election laws. Man, that's where your fight is. That's where your fight is. Listen, if I can't get a leg up on an opponent on one law, I'm gonna use another law. Understand that. This is the news. If we don't know our history, we don't know nothing. Mr. Stone, who was a plaintiff in a major 2023 Supreme Court case, recently told Capital B, that's what that's about. Who is Kadia Stone? Kadidit Stone. I'm sorry, I'm mispronouncing your name. Because he's a plaintiff in a major 2023 Supreme Court case. That's what you need. That's how you gonna win this. But you just got to get the facts and the law to line up in a way to where when you present or you litigate that case, especially if you aren't a white man, you need to be putting yourself in the line fighting for voting rights. Man, I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. It's a hard battle for me to comprehend because me personally, I've never had a problem or an issue with the right or for voting or you know what I'm saying? But I guess in those communities where you have a bunch of poor voters, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's ways and things that they do that what the Democrats are saying is intentionally or unintentionally, they're just basically inadvertently blocking, you know, poorer voters or browner voters from voting. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of those people or a lot of Republican voters see what the Democrats have to do is in those blue states, in those rural districts, they have to redraw President Trump's poor voters. Because you just got to understand that. Look, you have more red states in America than you have blue states, okay? But you have more people in America living in population areas than you do in the rural areas. In those blue states, what you have to do is you have to not just redraw the district so you can, we have a congressman in this district. It's a safe district. If I have a blue district, why would I put President Trump supporters in this congressman's district to make it harder for him to win that district? Why would I do that? Go sit there and think about it for a second. You got to take some of them voters out of his districts. Point blank, you got to take some of those poor voters. So when you vote nationally in a national election, y'all think about that now. Though many Democrat leaders are exploring retaliatory measures, not all of them can move as quickly as Texas Republicans. Texas Republicans, they said, let's get to it. The Democrats said, hey, we out of here. We gone. That's because different states have different procedures for redrawing maps. Long, hard out fight. Got to roll your sleeves up, can't be crying and get to it. In Texas and a number of other Republican-controlled state legislators handle redistricting. This means that in these states, the lack of redrawing maps is simpler and faster, and that the party in power can almost guarantee that its lawmakers will be reelected. Meanwhile, in many Democratic-controlled states, including California and New York, redistricting is done through an independent commission. This is meant to minimize partisan influence and maximize competitiveness. Though reliance on this model also slows down the speed with which maps can be withdrawn. It remains to be seen how Democratic leaders' countermoves will pay out. New York Governor Kathy Hochul has indicated that if Texas Republicans redraw their maps in mid-cycle, she's prepared to do the same. So guys, before I give my final analysis and start reading you guys' comments, I ask that you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit that notification bell, guys. Guys, if you guys want to donate to the channel, super chat, super stickers, super thanks. They start at 99 cents, guys. Your donations would be much appreciated, man. My fans, I don't get no kind of love, no, man. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we used to get so much love on the Legal Wars podcast. I think we had 60-some members at one time, man. 60-something members. People don't, politics all the time, man. I guess it can get boring talking about politics all the time, political, you know. But just like in any kind of game, it's ups and downs, the stories, it goes on the stories. If it's news for us to talk about, and we're talking about something people want to talk about in politics, they'll tune in and listen. During the election time, it's jumping. You know what I'm saying? But smaller channels like this during that time, but I'm going to still bring you guys great content. I mean, look, guys, I got the computer here with me. So I got the computer to bring, was for us to take it there. August is the month. It's been a year with Legal Wars podcast, closer to the end of the month. So we're going to be celebrating our year anniversary. We got We the People 2 coming out tonight, y'all. 9 p.m. Eastern time, right here on Legal Wars Live. So make sure everyone in this stream has liked the video. More importantly, you hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. You guys hit that notification bell so you guys can catch the content. Guys, we've been streaming for about 50 minutes. Let me go ahead and end this live stream, guys. And I'll go ahead and jump this. I mean, not the live stream, I'm sorry. In the news story. And I'll go ahead and read you guys' comments. You know what I'm saying? I hope we could stay talking about the content. That's what I'm looking for. So, guys, my analysis over the whole story. You know what I'm saying? Texas trying to redraw the map. The Democrats saying, hey, we can't stop them from doing it. So we going to hit the race. Get on them buses, you know what I'm saying? Book it up out of Texas, So my analysis, like I said in the intro, like I said before, we won't see the true effects of the way how President Trump came and changed everything up, not just on redistricting maps and just everything. You know what I'm saying? Just the way, I mean, like you can't really hate on it because he ran on it. He said that we're going to drain the swamp, we're going to tear it down, rebuild it. Ooh, America needs change, make America great again. That's his whole thing. That's what MAGA is about. So you can't say he's not being genuine in what he's doing. But what I'm saying is we're not going to see the full effects of everything that he's doing, the way that he has changed his influence. President Trump has changed everything. We're not going to see it for years down the road, but I promise you, remember, Texas will be the Democrats' rallying cry for when they get advantage and they redraw everything blue. Like, for instance, imagine Andy Beshear or Josh Shapiro. That will be a nightmare on top of a Democratic tickets for Republicans in 2027. Guys, I promise you. I'm saying Andy can win in Kentucky. And not just win, he's extremely popular with a lot of Trump voters. A lot of MAGA voters vote for Andy Beshear. Understand that. A lot of MAGA voters. Y'all don't hear about it because y'all don't understand it. You start seeing it like in East Tennessee, especially you go out west, but Tennessee red, but you go up to Kentucky and then you go over to North Carolina, the area that I'm in, you just got to understand. You go up to Pennsylvania, y'all can't understand because y'all live in solid red states or solid blue districts. But what I'm trying to tell you is that you get that right politician. Andy Beshear is from Kentucky. Look at the numbers, boy. I'm not tweaking. I know what I'm talking about. He got a lot of Republicans voting for him. If he could do it in Kentucky, he can't do it in Texas. Why he can't do it in Texas? Why he can't do it in Texas? Same demographics. As a matter of fact, he young, good-looking Democrat like that. He gonna run the numbers up. They gonna vote for him in Houston. Like he gonna have more than Obama numbers. Cause he gonna get some of them Trump supporters. He picking off the Trump supporters. He hitting them rural areas. Bro, if I had a politician like Andy Beshear, bro, I'd walk the dog on somebody. Y'all, am I tweaking? Am I tweaking? He blue. But I know the voter that I was trying to say VP Harris could get that voter. I know the voter. They voting for President Trump. Point blank, they Republicans. I'm talking about Republicans and MAGA, traditional Republicans like those. I'm trying to think of some Republicans that, I wouldn't say necessarily Lindsey Graham, but I'll say a traditional. Mike Pence would be a traditional Republican. Liz Cheney. Those kind of Republicans. Oh, they Andy Beshear against a MAGA. A hard right person, oh yeah. It depends on who the Republicans nominate. But I'm saying, boy, shoot, because he gonna swing them. He'll swing them. He'll turn them purple. He turn Republicans purple, boy. He'll turn them purple. Little slick, young, good looking, smooth talking, cool from Kentucky. Yeah, he a nightmare for him in Texas. I'm telling you, I know that I've been to Texas and Kentucky in the last 5 years. To Texas the last few months. What about Josh Shapiro? Oh, governor of Pennsylvania. And he could win in Kentucky. And not just him, he's extremely popular. That's the thing. Josh Shapiro, listen, if you in Pennsylvania and you in a purple state, it's going 50-50. What President Trump win in Pennsylvania? He even get over 50% of the vote. I don't know. I got to look it up. But I'm saying if he got 52% of the vote, let's just say he got 53. I'm saying Josh Shapiro getting 63. Can you get it? If President Trump get 53% of Pennsylvania, which I doubt it seriously, it was that high. But let's just say he did. If he got 53% of the vote in Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro getting 63% of the vote. He getting a lot of people who voted for President Trump to go vote for him. President Trump winning the election by 4 or 5 points, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 percentage points. Millions of votes. Salute. Josh Shapiro winning the election by 20 points. He won them old, like them Clinton Democrats. Them smooth, pretty boys. Yeah, they nightmares, I'm telling you. Them centrists, bro, they gonna be hard to beat. That's the definition of a purple swing or split voting state, whatever you want to call it. Forget an approval rating. If you getting in the low 60s of the vote, then a lot of Trump supporters are voting for you. A lot of 10%. If you run the right election, now sitting in Congress, that might be different though. You know what I'm saying? So in a state like Texas, for the 2028 presidentials now and the 2026 midterm elections, the Republican Party is trying to make a final stand to defend a complete Democratic takeover. That's my news. That's my analysis. I'm going to ask you guys what you guys think. I asked you guys to like that video for your boy Ghostwriter, man. Y'all support the channel. I see my boy Brian C. What's up, Brian C, man? All my supporters, I've been looking for my supporters, man. If you guys want to like the channel for me, subscribe. Of course, you subscribe. If you guys want to donate to the channel, I appreciate your donations, man. You know what I'm saying? Super chat, super thanks, super stickers. Appreciate you guys so much. Brian C says 2024 President Trump's 51% vote. Thank you for that, Brian C. So that's my point. Now, Brian C, if you do me a favor, look up what Josh Shapiro's percent of the vote was in Pennsylvania. That explains it. And President Trump, I didn't know the numbers, but I'm saying I doubt it very seriously. He got 53%. Pennsylvania is too swingy. It's too purpley. The voters are too indecisive. I'm telling you, I'm an independent. We doing a video tonight. We the people too. The voice of the silent majority. The independents stand up. 9 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube. We the people too. out here in Tennessee, man, recording content like this, man, talking about these politics, man. Yeah, man, them swing voters, bro. That's who you need is them swing voters, man. Voters like Ghostwriter, man. Real talk, though. Brian C., I appreciate that because that's definitely facts. 10,000% facts. And that's what I'm saying. If Shapiro getting 64, he might get 67 this time. He running for re-election. He an extremely popular governor. Winning that state with 67% of the vote, and I'm just forecasting a high 60s number, a mid 60s number. That's a nightmare. It ain't no way in the world the Democrats ain't gonna put that man on top of that ticket. Him or Bashir, it's impossible. If I told y'all once, I'm telling y'all twice. It's impossible. You said easily win a fourth time. He will have to run against Barack Obama, Ozzy Crosby. He would. He would have to run against Barack Obama. Can he beat Barack Obama head to head? I don't know. I ain't trying to start nothing, but that's what have to happen. The Democrats will call foul. They would say he running for a fourth election. So what they gonna do is they gonna bring back President Obama to run for a fourth election or third election. He said Josh Shapiro got 50% in 2022. So his approval, thank you, Brian C., for the clarification. So his approval rating is in the low 60s, but he got 56% of the vote. So that means he's outpolling President Trump in Pennsylvania. In his own state, he beat President Trump by 5 points, point blank period. 5% of the people who voted for President Trump in Pennsylvania voted for Josh Shapiro. They not head to head. You don't know Josh Shapiro. We know President Trump. That little 50-year-old smooth talking little pretty boy come in there with smooth talking. Listen, he cutting taxes. He approving Trump tax cuts. He for things that Republicans are for. You don't understand the game. When them women hear that boy, I'm talking about the Republican. You gonna lose all the Republican suburbs. Them women, you lost them women. You better get somebody to run. I'm telling you, that's why they got J.D. Vance and Brian Donalds. You got to get you a young, because I'm telling you, them Democrats got them sluggers. Y'all don't know him. Andy Bashir, he in Kentucky. Listen to, I'll hear the boy talk. He got that southern drawl, that southern slang, got them good, bro. I'm telling you. Them boys coming on the presidential side, you know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. No, I've been on that for a while. You, Brian C., know that. We've been talking about Andy and old Shapiro for a minute. Nancy, you a hater. Thomas, what's not true? Ozzy says Harris wouldn't have been any different. What? VP Harris probably running for president again. VP here, she skipped the governor's race. She might run for president again. What'd he say? Both Biden and Harris were coasting because they were never running the show. Who was running the show? Who was running the show? Just tell who President Obama was running the show. Who was running the show, y'all? Man, it's your boy Big Ghostwriter, man. Y'all know how we get down, baby. Oh, auto pen, it ain't no such thing as no auto pen. Somebody's got to be calling those decisions. Combination. No, Obama couldn't run all of it. He was probably running a part of it. That overseas policies, yeah, I could see him doing that. I could see his hands in it. Some domestic policies, I think Dr. Jill Biden was the number one. Yeah, and America could run itself. I'm talking about it's staffed. Completely staffed, governed. You can govern America without a president. If you sit here and just let me talk, I'm gonna say some of the most profound things that you can never heard before in your life. That when you think about it, you could govern America without a president. How you gonna sign the bill and the law? You don't have a president to sign it. Congress passed the bill. So how you enact the bill? What you mean how it becomes law? You ratify the bill. You don't have a president to ratify, then you ratify with the courts. You just step up the role of the courts. And you don't even have to have a president. If the Congress gonna pass, the People's House Congress gonna pass the law, you don't have to have an executive branch. You give the power to run the cabinet, like so the FBI, the CIA, all those, the Department of Education. You let the courts run that, or you let them become privatized. Real talk, you could run this government without no president. You don't believe it. What about the military? You think what president? Listen, let me tell you something. Hold up, I'm gonna give y'all some analysis, y'all. Give me a second now. We kicking it. Get down in them comments, y'all. Get down in them comments. Thank you, Brian C., for all that good information out here in Tennessee. Hey, look, man, you could run America without no president, man. It is the people's house. Why isn't the House of Representatives not the people's house? So that's why we love AOC, because AOC comes to her district, talks to her people, and we say, hey, we got to protect Medicare and Medicaid. So she go to Congress, that's the people's house, and she let our voices be heard. The people's representative. She represents us. Bro, I could give you theology, boy, and politics. Hey, boy, you come out here, man. Listen, though. Nah, y'all tweaking. You tweaking. Nah, I'm just playing. It is gorgeous. But look, you come out here at 6:30 in the morning, okay? When that sunlight first come off the water, there's rocks. Those rocks are different colors. So I'm going to post pictures. Bro, that scene back there, that water be like orange and purple. You know what your boy B Ghostwriter been doing, man? I've been getting it in. Case after case after case. Your boy got 3 cases, man. You know what I'm saying? 3 cases. 5-1. 5 wins and 1 loss in litigation, man. I did this dance before, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. Theology, yeah, I could get, not theology, but whatever, man. You know what I'm talking about? Political, you know what I'm saying? I could get deep in the analysis. They should put me in a political think tank for real. If y'all pay me, like, if I got paid, man, like, I come with it. For real, for real. You know, when I litigate cases, man, I don't make mistakes or errors on purpose, but I give myself, look, I'm going to always circle back in the case because I know I'm not an attorney, and attorneys make errors, simple errors. But I know I'm not an attorney, so I know I make an error, but I know I got to come back to the case. When I shouldn't be retouching it, I retouch it. And I know I'm going to retouch it, so I litigate completely different than any attorney that you ever thought. So when I file documents a lot of times, people think, oh, no, it's not going to happen. But I'm going to swing the block on them. It's the way I litigate. I've been doing this, like the people that watch me do it, they see me do it. Guarantee that I lost, they ain't lose nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like you think litigating a case is not easy. A mistake or error costs you. It's a battle. It's a fight. And them courts, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm severely disadvantaged. The people who I'm suing, they got the ups on me. Big ups. Ain't nobody really on my side. But I got God though. You feel me? You feel me? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What Peter say? How much of those ICE operators are costing? The ICE operators, man, look, if that's what you feel, listen, I got a motion for summary judgment. I'm finna file that case is over with. It shouldn't even like went on that long, but say, look, I gave you the rock, man. I handed my man the rock, man. You know what I'm saying? The man wanted to battle me so bad. I went 5-1. He saw me do it. He saw me win in the U. He saw me pull off a miracle. He saw me do something. He said, I asked him straight up, what's the chances of me winning in the U.S. Court of Appeals? And he said 0. And I agree with him because attorneys only win in the Fifth Circuit, when I researched it, between 7 and 9% of the time. Okay? Attorneys. I'm not an attorney. So my chances of winning against this guy who's sitting on the throne in America, really, as far as financially, my chance of winning against the king is 0. He saw me win. So he like, man, it ain't no way. He got lucky. Whatever he feel like, they gave it to him. You know, it's a charity case. So he felt like he want to get at me. He want to get at me. So you know what I did? For real, man. Salute to all the military people. How many veterans we got in the stream right now? Can we get some love for the United States military and the people who served in it, keeping us safe so I could chill in beautiful parts like this? Can we get some love for the state of Tennessee, the city of Knoxville? You know what I'm saying? Like they gave your boy the whole park this morning. You see how pretty this park is? This park always crowded. You feel what I'm saying? So look, listen to me, man. As a veteran of the United States military, man, I understand some things, man. I was trained some things. I was taught some things about character, integrity, discipline. You know what I'm saying? And the person I was going against, even though I didn't have a relationship with him, I met him, got to know him, and he taught me a lot of stuff. He taught me how to beat him. Think about that. And I love him. So you know what I did? He wanted to go against the boy. The boy wanted to appeal in the U.S. Court of Appeals, bro. He hitting like them George. That boy hitting them. Fat boy out there balling, boy. Fat boy out there hitting them Jordan shots on him. Fat boy out there hitting them Jordan shots on him. He want to go. He want to challenge him. He's like, I know I could beat, boy. I know I could beat, dude. So you know what I did? I laid the rock down for him. Real talk. People who know me know I don't litigate like this. I ain't never did this in my life. I don't even believe in this. But I believe at that moment, see the moment change. The mercy, it ran out. But I believe that moment, God told me to walk away from it. Real talk. This on, bro, if I'm lying, I'm dying. When I tell stories about how some of the most amazing stories, people be thinking I'm lying, bro, it's the truth. So I walked away from the case. You know what I'm saying, bro? I think that was the 18th case I filed. I came off that street, just got the biggest check in my life, the most money I had in my life, and I walked away from that case. Bro, it's January, February, March, man. I'm out here grinding 45 years old now. I forgot how I been about 3 years trying to get some money out here grinding, you know what I'm saying? So sitting around waiting, but that's how I grind. You gotta understand. You know, I don't punch no clock, that's how I get bread though. So dude, like, and I'm a legal person, I'm a paralegal, I'm a business owner. But I'm solo. I do it like by myself, independent, you know, exclusive cases only. So it's like March or whatever, April like that, May. And in May, I got another check that was like 2 times almost, 2 times bigger than the other check. And people want to try to discard the check I got in May like it wasn't a part of no case. It was a case. a government. It came from the U.S. Treasury. I started loving President Trump. 16,500. Oh, that's my butt. You feel me? I ain't never got no check for 16,000. I ain't getting no money for Hurricane Katrina. I ain't getting no money for COVID. I ain't never got no money like that. What's PPP loans? What's them loans that I own a business during? What's that crisis we had during COVID? I think I ain't getting no money for that. 16,500. What? But I punched the clock before. I got a $2,700 check out to Texas from Tesla before for 2 weeks. Out to Texas, boy. 2 weeks. That check was $3,000. I'm talking about riding a forklift, getting it straight out the mud. Sleeping in my car and everything, bruh. Yeah, getting it out the mud. I was hungry, boy. You feel me? Ain't no barriers. When you hungry, you ain't gonna let nothing stop you, boy. I could teach you that. I told you I served in the military. Some people, when they sit in class and you teaching them something, ask the preacher. The preacher see who pay attention to him. Ask the preachers who I sit in their church. That's why if you say something I don't like, I'm going to get up and walk out. The reason why other people ain't doing that because half of them ain't even listening to what you talking about. They on their phones. They sleeping. They ain't even in the church building. It's people who come to your church more than anybody else and nobody see them because they somewhere in the nursery or some other church building playing with the kids. Ain't listening to what you saying. See what I'm saying? He said the right wing and left wing the same bird, but I'm independent, so that phases me at all. That doesn't phase that don't. Neither way it go. What wing the bird the court belong to? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we talking about. After I got that check in May, that's what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? I gave the boy the rock. You know what I'm saying? He want to be big Ghost Rider, boy. Here's your chance. Imagine if you one-on-one Steph Curry. Bro, I'm telling you, every time I come through the courtroom, boy, you hear me? It's real. This real life. This ain't no acting. This ain't no faking. Because I swear, bro, I got 3 cases right now. 3 cases. 3 cases is popping, boy. Service cut. Look, dude already got served. Now I ain't finished the story. Like litigation. Other ones got served. And the third one, they gonna get served. U.S. Marshals gonna serve you in September. Yeah, it ain't no big deal. You get served all the time. I done got sued a few times in the last 3 years. Hey, so listen. Hey, so look. So I gave the boy the rock so that somebody finally show up, bro. So I gave the boy the rock. The boy got the rock. You know what I'm saying? He got the rock. He go file a motion to dismiss. Bro, I ain't responding to the case. He filed an uncontested motion to dismiss. I filed the complaint. I dropped the complaint. I want to show you how good that complaint is. Because when that judge read that complaint, she believed what I told her. So look, I'm telling you, that's how good your boy's skills are. Imagine if you take a writer like Tupac, or a writer like Shakespeare or something, and you put that creative mind, and he writing law, but he creative with what I'm a creative law writer, bro. That is so rare. It's almost unbeatable. The way I write the story, I'm telling you. So listen, if you're not a lawyer, you're not going. It's impossible to be. It's hard for lawyers to beat it. I'm janky. I'm not a lawyer. My paralegal, my teacher was a lawyer, but she only had 2 years, a year to teach us, 1.5 years. So she didn't teach us how to file no documents in court. She taught us how to prepare a legal documents. That's why my documents so pretty. That's why I can research so good. Because I'm a paralegal, man. I'm not an attorney. I do the work for the attorney. The attorney get to shine. You feel me? But that's just the game. So look, so I walked away from dude. Dude got the rock. He holding the rock. He filed a motion to dismiss. He want to beat me so bad. So he responded to that complaint, and then he filed a motion to dismiss. So he got a hearing. He in front of the judge now. I just got a blessing, bro. I got almost 17 racks. from the U.S. government in May. Bro, I posted pictures. Go look at my Instagram. Real talk. So look, he filed a motion to dismiss. He got a hearing. He in there by himself, bro. A submission. I think he might have did a notice of submission to it. So in Texas, that's when the judge, she gonna just look at the document. He in there with the judge by himself now. I ain't even respond to it. She looked at that motion. She said, denied. Boy, listen. Hey, listen, if you're an attorney, you know, before the other that's why I'm going to file that motion. That's how I litigate. I'm going to get down before you get served. If I'm serving you in 2 months, I'm not going to wait till let's say if I do a notice of suit on you, and I got 3 months to serve you, I'm not going to serve you after them days, I'm not going to file it. I'm going to file that lawsuit, and I'm going to get that case popping, especially in federal court. Because them federal judges, they writing them orders, they come in with that action, boy. You feel me? It's full-fledged litigation. You got to watch that case, boy. I'm going to go ahead, bro, and I'm going to get off on that complaint, and then everything I want in that case, I'm going to line it up in that case. I'm going to line them documents up in that case. So if I need rulings, I'm going to get them rulings on that case. The things that the judge could rule on without the other party on, it's litigation strategy. If you say you don't know what you're doing, you say, oh, he filed a notice of suit, so he's got to file because you don't know what you're doing. But I know what the law say. You right. The law say I do got it, and I'm going to, but I'm creative writer. I'm going to do it my way. And it's completely legal. And the courts be looking at it, and they ain't never seen nothing like that before, but it's legal. Most people who aren't attorneys, they call them unrepresented people in the law. Most people like that, no, they still ain't. This dude's stuff look, his documents look better than the attorney, and his argument when the judge read it, really, if it was fair, that case is over. He read that complaint, it's over. I beat him on the paint. I walked the dog on him out the door. Dude went in there trying to argue it with 2 or 3 documents. She threw it out, so I had to jump on the case. Your boy swung back in there, and it's cutthroat time. We gonna go and sit him down. Hey, where you at? I'm finna get down there with y'all. Hey, Peter, I'm down there. Hey, we gonna go and sit that boy down. You feel me? We gonna go and sit him down. Your Honor, he don't know what he doing. Ain't nothing he filing is legal. He owed that $10,000. I provided the receipts to the court. If you need some more receipts to the court, Your Honor, I'll provide it. And Your Honor, not only does he owe me $10,000, he owe y'all every court fine and the interest and everything I could get for the district court in Harris County. I'm gonna get the court paid everything. I believe in paying the government. I'm gonna tell you, if I could rob you, that's what it's about. I'm gonna take all your money. The state governor, Abbott, state of Texas, boy, they love people like me. You write a law, you ain't got nobody to enforce your law. So whistleblowers, that's what whistleblowers do. They help the government. Stop breaking the law. That's all you got to do. If you break the law, stay intent on it. I don't care if you're thinking about breaking it, stay intent on it, because if I catch you, though, ain't that right, Peter? Peter, listen. You can't send somebody like me to jail. You listen, yo, jail. You can't beat me in court. You cannot beat me. Listen, bro. Hey, look. In the last 10 years, I got sued by somebody. It was a legitimate lawsuit. Listen to me. I ain't even gonna tell the story. It was a legitimate lawsuit. Legitimate. And look, that county that it was in, yeah, boy, I beef with municipalities. Listen to me, you one person, I sue governments. It ain't the first time I named the government on a lawsuit, boy. I'm a civil rights. That's what we do. So listen. So that municipality that I was in, I was beefing with the head of the municipality. Hear me out. I ain't calling no names. I'm beefing with him. Somebody sued me. They right. They did the right. I'm beefing with the municipality. He done gave it to the county. The county's doing the service. It's in county court. They did the right. About 5,000. I'm trying to do some fair law, fair labor. It's a long shot. Hail Mary. I'm going to defend myself, though. I'm drawing up the complaint. But you know what happened? County ain't even served me, bruh. They know where I'm at. They know my address and everything. Them boys ain't even served me. If the service ain't right, the lawsuit ain't right. They served it to the address that he got, but it wasn't nothing legal. They just dropped it. He ain't get a penny. Bro, look, I had tickets in North Carolina from when I was 18, 19, 20. So like in June, I rode up there real quick, rode back to Biloxi to get them tickets dismissed. Bro, in the meantime, I ain't even going to speak on it, bro. I probably got about 11 tickets. Listen to hey, this on everything I love, bro. Hey, look, I got 11 tickets in 3 months. 11. Count it for me. I'm going to drink some water. Count it for me. Tickets. Traffic citations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 traffic citations in 3 months. I never stepped 1 foot in court, and all 11 of them got dismissed. All 11 of them got dismissed, boy. All 11. What you writing a ticket for? Because you was just out here performing. What you writing a ticket for me? The judge throwing that trash in the garbage can. You don't write him no ticket. What you writing a ticket for? I don't care what kind of cop you know, boy. I know the power in the county, in the city, anywhere I go. I'm going to plug in. You don't even understand what it is. You a peon. They send you on missions. This a rite of passage for me. I'm one of them. The people who you sending out here, you don't understand the respect they got for me. You feel me? That's what I be telling them, man. Peter said they slashing programs indiscriminately. I don't know about indiscriminately. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about indiscriminately. I think it's about the money. So in a way, I guess you could say if you focused on money, it's indiscriminately. But I mean, y'all saying that about the black and brown stuff. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm saying typically, like we know typically that the Republicans are typically and the Democrats are typically so. Like saying that someone is intentionally or not intentionally doing something, I'm not too sure about that. Guys, I've been streaming for 1 hour and 25 minutes, guys. I'm going to give it about 5 minutes. I'm going to come back and wrap it up. I appreciate y'all, man. I thank y'all. Peter, Ozzy, man, y'all are real active in the stream today. Man, Brian C., man, thank y'all, man, for all y'all support. Yeah, man. So, man, y'all, I know y'all say y'all goodbyes and everything, man. I appreciate y'all, man, showing up, man. I tell everybody, like, I started to stream off, man. I'll say this again. I went after we do the news topic, people want to hear the news or hear my analysis, they could skip through all of this. It's only about at the end. That's why I put it at the end. You know what I'm saying? But look, like on them cases and stuff, like I tell people all the time though, like if you look at the situation from like a physical standpoint, like from a physical standpoint, yeah, when people get down and out or get in bad situations, mentally they get down and out and they feel bad about themselves. You see what I'm saying? Or their situation. But me personally, man, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Not no more. I really don't feel bad about myself. Nothing, man. I feel great, actually. I really do about where I'm headed. You know what I'm saying? I know the tool or the weapon that's going to get me there, and I'm going to stand 10 on that. You know what I'm saying? When you fight for something, when you're standing for something, man, it's a whole different ball game. Y'all tell me if you can testify to that. When you fighting for something and standing for something, bro, and you standing all 10 on what you feel good to stand 10 on business. Hey, y'all understand? Hey, let me explain something. If a man killed your brother and you sitting in jail now, this the jail cell. We in jail, y'all. And we in jail because he killed our brother. And we went and rode on him. You feel what I'm saying? Your days and your nights. I mean, you in jail like this man. But see, this man went out there one night and he got drunk and did some crystal meth and he killed somebody. See, he's sitting in jail. That's going to be miserable for him. It's not going to be pretty for neither one of them. You see what I'm saying? Standing 10 on business. You don't never make permanent decisions from temporary situations, man. You know? And a permanent decision is that I'm going to believe and trust in God regardless of what go on in my life. I've said that 1,000 times. And I stood on that. I stand on that. I don't move from it. I don't change from it. I live it. I live what I believe. And Jesus is the center of it. You know what I'm saying? Standing on business. I said it, bro, when I got 16 racks 3-4 months ago, I said it then, and I'm going to say the same thing now. Whenever I get in them situations, that's why I don't move me. Because I done took the situation and I done put it at God's feet. You feel me? If you're not a Christian or you don't believe in God, your mind could never do this. But in my mind, the situation and burdens I had, it's like, say, if you got a mama or a daddy, but I got God. You can't see him, but I believe in him. It's called faith. In that situation, I said, hey, I told him my problem. Hey, I got A, B, and C, and D problem, and I need some help. I said, it's God. And I set it down at his feet, and I just walk away. Because I done seen God perform miracles now in my life, so I know what he's capable of. I know what he gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do, what he expect for me to do. So I just lay it there, and that's why you ain't worried about it. You feel me? But everything in my life that I do, it's the same thing. Ain't nothing changed but one. Maybe two. I changed locations. Came out to this beautiful state, man. You see what I'm saying? Because of the things that I like to do, that I enjoy to do in my life. But I'm saying Tennessee got it all. If I was in my 20s and I was partying, I'd be in Nashville. I swear I would. I don't care if I don't know nobody. I'm going to meet somebody. In my 20s, I'm going to meet somebody. That's who I was. You know what I'm saying? Donate his paycheck. Look, this is what I'm going to say, man. Whenever you get in a situation where it's bigger than you, I do just what I said. I give it to God. You know what I'm saying? And after you give it to God, the Bible says, come before the Lord in thanksgiving. And he said, let your praise be known to the Most High. So listen, after I give my problems to God now, what I'm going to do? You going to sit there with them problems. You got problems. What I'm going to sit here and hold this for? It's not going to help me at all holding this. I'm going to put this down. And I'm going to be thankful. You know what I'm saying? Be thankful. You know how to be thankful? It's trillions of people who in way worse situation than you. I swear. Bro, it feel like it's 50-something degrees. It's gorgeous. Bro, I'm finna go, like, chill and, I mean, eat good, bro, what I want to. And I don't see, like, I mean, it's definitely my life ain't, like, but the path, it's why I'm on the path I want to be on. I know how it's going to end. I seen the story before. I got the experience. I know how it's going to end. But it's going to end double fold, triple fold. Hey, what God said, besides the light in the Lord, and he'll give you the desires of your heart. What did he say about the overload of fishes? You know what I'm saying? What kind of blessing he gonna give you, man? Like, you just gotta believe that, man. You gotta have that faith, and you gotta work for that. You gotta push for that. You gotta stay humble. You gotta keep your head down, and you gotta work hard. Ain't no crybaby stuff. Ain't no participation trophies. I don't care if you ain't got no sleep. This how you gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? If I rob people, this is my gun. This how I'm gonna rob you. This how I eat, boy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care if you ain't got no sleep. I don't care none of that. That boy cutthroat with that. Whatever I do, this how I'm gonna move. It's just a legal game. That's just where I fit in. I'm coming through banging. You know what I'm saying? Court got me serving 83 documents. That attorney ain't even signed on the case. As soon as that attorney signed on the case, boy, I'm gonna turn on a King Von song. I'm gonna turn on some kind of music that's real aggressive, bro. And I'm gonna start doing a food dance on him, because I'm gonna eat, boy. I promise you, I'm gonna eat. He can't beat me. He can't out-argue me that. I'm assured of that. I'm positive of that. Them judges read them complaints. They read I'm telling you what I know. How good it is, he don't know, because you ain't gonna do nothing. I don't litigate. Like, most judges, most attorneys, they litigate in the same court. They're going to do 2 or 3 counties around them, surrounding counties. That's most attorneys. They know the clerks. They know the judge. Listen, I don't know. Court all over the country. How many states I done filed lawsuits in? I lose count. Because the 3 that I have open right now in 2 different states. And the different states, they in 3 different jurisdictions. 3 totally different jurisdictions. You feel me? And I got more to file. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna keep them. We gonna keep. I don't like losing, because I mean I could pop off. That's just, you know what I'm saying? You got the dude who got all the law in my head. I'm Google, but I know what it say. That's why I know what to put in Google, because I know what it say. If you don't know what they say, you don't know what to put in Google. You don't know what to look for. I know what to look for. I know where it's at. It's just which law I want to litigate on. You know what I'm saying? And picking the different laws, because I want to litigate the 88 all the time, because I want to show people to stop discriminating on people with disabilities. That's what I feel like my calling is. So I'm trying to write that every time, when sometimes you're going to win that case. That's a hard case to win. Ghost, the case is easier if you write it. You know, I'm still learning, though. Every time I get in a situation, I put it to God. I'm still smiling. I know God got it. I know he got me. And I'm thankful. That's why I'm thankful. You see what I'm saying? If you're not a Christian, you don't understand that. Because you only going to thank God or be happy when things are good for you. You think that if you got all the money in the world, you automatically think that God must love you, because if he didn't, how would you get all that money? That's what you automatically think. But that's because you don't know God, or you don't understand God, or you don't understand how it is. You can have favor with men, and then I ain't hating on that, man. I ain't worried. Elon got a lot of favor with men. That's how he got the money. You have to. Somebody got to hand you money. You got to get it from a human. So in order for somebody to give you $1 million, you got to win $1 million worth of favor in whatever you're doing. $1 million for them to hand that to you. But some men win favor with God. They never win favor with men, but they win favor with God. You know what I'm saying? A man who got favor with God, he got wisdom that you can't buy with no money. You can't buy with no AI. He gonna tell you something that the only way you gonna hear that is if he open his mouth, because it's coming from God. That's favor with God. You can have. Now I could sit here and teach y'all. I ain't no preacher though. But every time I guess why you can't. It ain't nothing you could. You can't. How which kid you could do something? You don't understand that. Go curse out a Buddhist monk. He's not even a Christian, but he's zoned in what he believe in. That's called focus, discipline. They teach you that in higher levels in the military. They don't really teach you like a GI and like, yeah, you gotta start getting them security clearances, them high ones. They teach in other secular organizations, bro, focus and discipline. You know what I'm saying? So you might put you through a rite of passage. If you know, you know. And if you don't, whenever the situation get tough, get down on your knees and start thanking God. That's unbelievable, huh? The harder it get, the louder you thank him. Hey, you have these people around here going crazy. They don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? The harder it get, the louder you thank them. Y'all love every last one of y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Remember, we going live again on Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern time, man. I'll be jumping on the live stream, man, to showing y'all love, man, while I'm litigating these cases, bro. I got 3 open ones. You know what I'm saying? It's like whenever you first start litigate, well, the other one is the first one, we finna end that one. You know what I'm saying? My guy. But the other 2 that I got, you know what I'm saying, that's real deal. Holyfield, especially that last one, them gonna come through swinging. You feel me? I'm a little boy, that boy. I'm gonna teach you some power. I don't even want the power. You messing with me. And I'm telling you to leave me alone, but you messing with me. So go on, come through, and I'm a little boy, that boy. You feel me? Hey, that's my time, man. I love y'all, man. Look, before I get off, man, I always wanted to do this, man. We gonna walk on down here, man. We gonna check out the sign number. You know what I'm saying? I be doing posts on YouTube all the time for down here, man. If y'all just stick with me. Like, I need to do some vlogs, man. Just like this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like some nature vlogs, don't it, y'all? Man, I see people be posting on YouTube all the time, man. They be doing vlogs and stuff like that. But look, man, I do a scan around the park, though, man. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty tight, man. It's just like a little cut spot. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really no hard part. You know what I'm saying? But like, just like a little duck off spot. Like, for instance, like after I, you know what I'm saying, finish doing what I need to do, maybe like at Starbucks or something like that, you know, a little office work or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? Then I duck off to a spot. I might need to put some finishing touches on it. I might need to go print something, all kind of things. You know what I'm saying? So this is just like a little duck off spot. You know what I'm saying? You got them parts in Tennessee where, you know, you going to, and those parts are like, I would say they're like waterfalls or whatever like that. They're like state parks. They might be out in the woods, or they might be like Rock Island, some big park. And then you have these like little spots, man. You know what I'm saying? Out here in the city in Knoxville, man, that's just gorgeous, man. That's so gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? You got a man out there fishing. Like, look, one thing I will say though, bro, like real talk though, like, you know what I'm saying, out in this part of Tennessee, man, is that everybody fish. Everybody got a fishing pole, man. But what I was saying earlier though, you see these rocks in this water. So in the morning time, when the sun come up, you know what I'm saying, on top of that water, boy, that water be like purple and orange, boy. You hear me? Man, it be purple and orange, man. I just opened up the computer doing the lawsuit. You got to understand the person that I am. I'm a nature person. You see what I'm saying? So I want to be out here in nature. Like you can ask my pops when I lived with him in Texas, man. In Houston, I used to complain about that all the time. Bro, I went to Nashville for 2 days, bro, and I came back out here. You know what I'm saying? Knoxville is city, man, but it's you gotta have this element. Or I could drive 45 minutes to the north and be in the Appalachian Mountains. I could drive 45 minutes to the south and be in the Rockies or North Carolina. I could or North Carolina, depending on how far I want to drive. I could drive about I say about an hour and a half or two to the east, and I'd be in Asheville. You know what I'm saying? Another gorgeous city in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? I could drive about 2 hours to the west and be in Nashville. Asheville and Nashville, two different cities. So yeah, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, Knoxville where it's at, bro. You know, Tennessee, that's why I chose Tennessee. Like, if you're not into nature, if you're not a nature person, then like that don't mean nothing to you. You feel that? If you're not a nature person, then that means absolutely nothing to you. But I mean, if you into cities, Nashville is a cool city, bro. It's a really cool city. I like cities. I'm a go through, I'm a bump through, I'm a drop through, I'm a ride through, you know what I'm saying? But I already did that in Nashville. You know what I'm saying? I come to this park all the time. I hadn't shared the content with y'all, but I mean, I like, you gotta understand. Look, if you see that bridge right there, if you ride on that bridge, like you going in there, I'm saying, you see how hilly, like over there where the boat ramp is, bro. I'm talking, man, people from Tennessee, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? You riding out the side of the hill or the bluff, man. But you know what I'm saying? This you know, Rocky Top. Go listen to the song, you know, Bluegrass. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Black Hippie, man. You know what I'm saying? Out in the woods, man. Like, I'm not really hurting for nothing. I'm not dissatisfied. I'm living the life that I want to live, and I'm patient, and I'm thankful to God. And that's how we all should be. I'm doing what I want to do, man. I'm very busy. I'm telling you right now, right now I'm supposed to be somewhere else, and I don't know how much time I got to do it because it's 9:00 a.m. Eastern time, 9:06 actually. You know what I'm saying? And I got to get somewhere. And I'm saying that place that I was at, like I was looking across this morning, I could have been there at 6 or 7 a.m. And I got stuff that I need to do today. It has to get today. And I got a laundry list of stuff on those court cases. I do cases that I ain't even filed. I just started writing thoughts or ideas, getting the facts on paper. You see what I'm saying? So I'm doing what I want to do, man. Like really in life, you know what I'm saying? How I want to live, getting the money I want to live. You know what I'm saying? It might look hard and it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It's a process, you know? It's not a process for everybody. It could have been a different process. It could have been an easier road, but I don't never take the easy road. And the people that know me know that to the hard way, baby. But in the meantime, I know that to the hard way, it pay off, you know? I mean, think about it, man. You got a $2,700 for 2 weeks working at Tesla. You know Tesla ain't going out of business. You know what I'm saying? Elon got that big bread. You know what I'm saying? You getting all that money and you know what I'm saying? That it ain't work. You see what I'm saying? $2,700 for 2 weeks. So people, you offer me a job, you talking about paying me, you know what I'm saying, $1,600 for a week, man. Like I made that. It didn't work. You know what I'm saying? So I know I had to start getting cash in lump sums, man. I need 16 racks again. You know, I got a homegirl, man. She get it every single month. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm new and I'm a rookie and I know, you know what I'm saying, but I'm trying to get at least 7, 8, 9,000 every other month. Doing a whole lot less work than her. Cause when you first start, I was just starting 3 cases at once. That's why, you know, it's like you got something to do on this one and then something to do on this one. And then you jump in cases. That's what, if I had a paralegal, and a lawyer has different paralegals for every task. She got what we call a tickler. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lawyer's calendar. So on all them cases, he gonna have everything. He gonna have a, and all he doing is really, he just, and going into court And he just quarterbacking really. That's why he working only 15 hours and he might have 100 cases. He got people working, the workers, legal workers, paralegal, baby. But I'm doing the whole case myself. Everything I'm doing the entire case, going against a municipality, man. That's not an easy task. And you better know Ghostwriter gonna get that victory. He gonna get that victory. Gonna give it to God, man. Blessed and thankful, man. Y'all have a great day, man. I'll see y'all next time. Legal Wars Live, man. Thank y'all so much.